Hiya folks, Nathan here, hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to unboxing videos. It's certainly been a long time, hasn't it, since I've had something to unbox for you. I can't actually remember what my last unboxing was. I think it was that Transavia model aircraft. And I could be wrong. I don't know, honestly. It's been a long time. I've sort of had a break from YouTube, but I'm back and we've got something to unbox today. So you've rather found this video via my unboxing videos playlist or just by searching my recently uploaded videos. So let's get straight down to it, shall we? We have another model aircraft to look at today. It is a Airbus A321, or it could possibly be, I'm getting a little bit technical here, but it could possibly be an Airbus A320B, which apparently is a newer version of the A321. It's got slightly more fuel efficient engines, and it's got the sharklets that you can see on the end of the wings there. They're the things that stick up. You're probably thinking, no, they're called winglets. But on this particular model, they've been given the name sharklets. Now, I don't know what the difference is between winglets and sharklets. But apparently, these are sharklets. Maybe it's just a name that the Airbus family give to winglets. Obviously, on a Boeing aircraft, like the 737s, 767s, some 757s, they are now fitted with what they call winglets, which they do the same thing, which I'll tell you a little bit about once we've unboxed the model. We'll unbox the model, set it up, and then I'll give them a review, and we'll have a good look at it, because I want to talk to you about a little bit about Thomas Cook themselves as well, because it is one of my favourite airlines. This is why I got this model to show you today. So what we'll do first, we'll have a little look on the box, because I can see just off camera that there's a few things written on the box, so we'll have a look at that, as well as this beautiful picture of the aircraft on the front of the box. What I usually do actually with these, I save these, so I'll probably cut this out and keep it when I've finished. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to stand the Kindle up. I'm being very careful because it's plugged into its charger, because the charger has gone pretty weak. I did drop it a few days ago, not very hard, but I dropped the Kindle slightly, and the charger sort of weakened, so I've got to be very careful that it doesn't disconnect, because the battery percentage will just drop like a stone. I didn't mean to drop the box, by the way. So let's start off by this picture of the aircraft, shall we? So we'll have a little look at it. So going from nose to tail, I've just noticed it's very small. I don't know whether this will be on the model itself. Probably will be, but it'll be too small to see. You can just see the Thomas Cook logo by the door there, and it actually says Thomas Cook underneath. So that's pretty good, because on the real aircraft that they do have that. It says Thomas Cook. Note it doesn't say thomascook.com like it used to. Since they've had the livery change, which I'll talk to a little bit later on in the video once we've set the plane up. Old Thomas Cook aircraft used to have thomascook.com written on the fuselage, but they don't seem to now. So there's the engine going along the wing. There's the sharklet at the end, or the winglet. It's up for debate. Comment down below what you'd call it. Do you call it a winglet or a sharklet? And then coming to the back of the aircraft there, beautiful colour scheme. And it even says Thomas Cook at the back as well. Just by the rear exit there below the tail, it says Thomas Cook as well. And there is the sunshine heart on the tail, or the sunny heart, whatever you call it. I call it the sunshine heart. That's what the cabin crew told me when they were being repainted. I asked them what it was about, and they said that's our new sunshine heart. It looks like there's a little bit of detailing on the APU at the back, or auxiliary power unit, but we shall see. So I'm just going to flip the box over for you. There's a little bit of information on this side. So it says there you've got the sunshine heart again. I'll just say heart, it's easier, isn't it? So you've got the heart, and then it says Thomas Cook Airlines. That'd be a good thumbnail, wouldn't it? Let's zoom it right in. Look at that. That's brilliant, isn't it? That'd be a good thumbnail. If I just hold it there for a few seconds, it might give me that as a thumbnail option. That's very good. Thomas Cook Airlines, yep. Never used to be Thomas Cook Airlines, it just used to be Thomas Cook. Or flythomascook.com it was at one point. So here we go then. So Airbus A321. I'm not going to read all the facts and figures out for you. I'll let you have a look at that yourself. But it just says there the length. Now this is the real aircraft. It's not the model. So this gives you information on the length of the real aircraft. So 44.51 meters. The wingspan is 35.8 meters. The height of the aircraft is 11.76, is that meters? So it's quite high off the ground. Oh, is that it? Is that it? They usually give you like a maximum takeoff weight, maximum speed. What's that? PP. That could be Premier Portfolio, I don't know. There is a website there, but I can't see. I'm trying to read backwards. And then at the end of the box, it's just sort of got the colour scheme there at the end, which is at the end of the aircraft, which is this beautiful sunset yellow and silver. Other end of the box then, let me just flip it around for you. There you go, Thomas Cook Airlines, Airbus A321, or 321, the A I do believe just stands for Airbus. So Airbus 321 or 321. I always say A321 though. Which I've been on. I've been on a couple of A321s. First Airbus A321 I actually travelled on was with Monarch. RIP Monarch. Scale 1 to 200 this model is. Yeah, speaking of Monarch actually, it was yesterday, so the 3rd of October. Sorry, no it wasn't, it was Tuesday it actually happened. Tuesday the 2nd of October in the UK, or basically the 2nd of October 2018 for anyone who might be watching from another country. Monarch Airlines sadly went into administration, which was devastating because Monarch was probably the best European airline going. It was certainly my favourite airline after flying with them. So I am honoured that I got to travel on a Monarch A321. Moving swiftly on then, I'm not going to show you the other side because it's just the same as the side we've just shown, and obviously on the other side there is another picture of the aircraft. So what we're going to do, I'm going to crack it open. I presume this is brand new. box has got a little bit dented in transit, but that's alright. As long as the aircraft itself's alright. It's brand new, I believe. So I'm just going to open it up now. There's a bit of sellotape on each end. I'll try and do it as careful as I can as to not to rip anything off the box, because that is lovely. There we go. A bit long, big bit of sellotape just for a small model, isn't it? So what I'll do, just lift open the box and let's see what we've got inside. Well, the first thing I can see, oh, that new model smell. Oh yes, look at this. There's our fuselage, our display stand, and then, oh, look at that, the tail's separate. That's quite strange. Our wings and our stabilisers. I was a bit worried then. I was thinking, I hope there's stabilisers with this, but yes, they're wrapped up in this bag. It's very small components. I'm going to have to be extremely careful when I unbox this, especially because of these sharklets on the wings. So I think what I'm going to do is very carefully going to attempt to open all of the components first and just spread them out. So it might be a little bit boring. It's proving very difficult. It's packed up really tight and I don't want to damage anything. I don't have any scissors or anything either. I might have to consider making this video a two-parter. Oh no, I might be in. I think I might be there. Yep, I'm just making sure. Yeah, that's fine. That's one out, and there's two out. Engines seem very secure. Sparklets are looking very well. They're quite sturdy as well. That's good. Yes, very good. Right, so there's the main wings out. It's the main panic over. It's interesting actually how the tail is individually packed. It's only one component, but it's, I don't have to worry so much with the tail because that's more sturdy. Apart from obviously the little plate at the bottom which clips into the top of the fuselage. If you break that, you're in real trouble. So there's the tail. Stabilisers, goodness gracious. Come on, Airbus. Do something about your packaging, will you? No need for it to be so carefully wrapped as this. This is probably very boring for you because I'm doing all this off camera. But we've got everything out now, apart from the stand. I'll get the stand out. I might as well open up the stand. Right. And of course I'll do this on camera because this is the best part, isn't it? The fuselage. No, it's not like Boeing aircraft. There we go, we'll just tear the packaging out and there's the fuselage. Really nice, very nice. Doesn't look like there's any wear and tear on it either. Oh dear. I can notice one thing. Before we go any further, do you remember how it had the Thomas Cook logo at the front of the aircraft? It's not on the fuselage. Oh, yes it is. My mistake. It's just not on this side. Oh, that's odd. That's very strange. It's on that side, at the front and back, but it's not on the other side. Maybe it's just something, I don't know, maybe it's just something for the passengers to visualise while they're getting on. Because, well, usually this side of the aircraft is just for loading cargo or loading food and drink. The passengers don't usually board from this side of the aircraft. They always board from the right hand side. So that's very interesting. Maybe that's why it is. Maybe it's just like a small way of advertising for the company or something as the passengers are getting on. Right, so how do we install the stabilisers? Well, I'm going to install this first. Now, if you look carefully at the stabiliser, you will see, obviously there's a little plate there, but you'll see that the stabiliser is angled slightly upwards. Now, it's not broken. This is just the style of the A321, so we know that this goes in like that. You just push it in. I'll do the other one for you now. See the hole there? The groove. Plate fits in the groove. And then just push it in. There the stabiliser's in. Now we always insert the tail. That sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? I was going to say install. I always fix the tail in now, and what the tail does is that locks the stabiliser into view. So we'll just lower the tail down. Give it a jiggle. Out. Just trap my finger underneath it. That was clever. There we go. Look at that. And there is the tail. So it's starting to look like an aircraft already. Now then, the wings. Now these are the most flimsy part, because obviously you don't want to break the engines off. We don't want to snap any of the wing. So you can see there, groove, plate, in. So just line it up, give it a good old jiggle, and in it goes. There we go. Just being careful not to break this engine. One wing in, looking very good. I'll have to maybe slightly bend them a little bit because they're a little bit droopy, and that's not how the Airbus wings are supposed to look. Now this one, I'll hold it by the front. Obviously you can't break the fuselage. That's it, just give that a jiggle, that goes in like that, and there we have a full aircraft. So it's a good size as well. Right, so let's put it on the stand. So here's our stand. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Thomas Cook Airlines Airbus A321. That could be a good thumbnail as well, couldn't it? Is it just my eyes, or is it going slightly out of focus? I don't know. So what you do, there's two big... I like these new style stands, actually. They're a lot easier. They just like slide in. What I do is I slide in the stand arm. Actually, what you're supposed to do is like that, and then just give it a good push without trying to break it. Well, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. It sort of looks like it should snap down, shouldn't it? Looks like it. But then again, if you needed to take it apart for any reason, I suppose it's raised slightly just to give you that thing. It just comes off like that. Oh, it does. Sorry, I didn't set it up properly. It does slot in like that. And then we'll take the aircraft and we'll just pop it on the stand. Give it a bit of a jiggle. Doesn't want to go on. Come on, stop playing up. Stop being a naughty plane. I'm just going to do this off camera quickly. It's going very slowly. There we go. I don't think it's going to go in further than this. I'm trying, but maybe it's so you can angle it. Now if it's taking off or landing or cruising. I'll keep jiggling it. It might go in a bit further. No, I don't think it will, but it is quite secure. It is quite secure on there, so that's all that matters really. Now it's trying to get that stand on properly. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, it is on. It is on. And it's quite secure, so perfect. Right. So I will bring in the fully assembled aircraft. Now look at that. Isn't it beautiful? She is a beautiful girl. Even got the cargo door detailing there. That's where the luggage and the cargo is loaded on. Look at that winglet. It's even got the Thomas Cook heart on the winglet as well. All the sharklet. Very good. So what I think I might do is I'm not going to discuss what I wanted to with you because it's going to make the video too long, and I've had comments in the past about the length of my videos. We'll just have a good look around this aircraft. Look at that. That's what you'd see if it was parked in the if you're waiting in the terminal. It was parked in front of you. You could like see the aircraft like that, or possibly like that, or like that if it was maybe parked on a jetway. You just see the side of the aircraft. Yes, this is the side we're coming round to. Now obviously this, well, it looks the wrong way round to me because of the camera, but obviously when this goes up you'll be seeing it as how I would see it, as if I were looking at the plane. So this is the right hand side of the aircraft where the passengers board, and you can see there that it does actually have the Thomas Cook logo on there. There's the heart, Thomas Cook, Airbus A321. It's a shame there's not much wing detailing. That's a little bit of a disappointment. They could have done something with the wings. Obviously you've got like the outlining on the wings, like where all the wing flaps and the spoilers are. But yeah, it's a shame there's not like different wing patterns, or like the emergency exit. Well, actually, no, sorry, you wouldn't get the emergency exit route on that particular plane because there's no really over wing exits there. Like the exit is situated just behind the wing. Coming to the back of the aircraft, then it says Thomas Cook there again at the rear. And of course, the Sunshine Heart on the tail. It is quite a smart livery. It's certainly not boring. It's quite eye-catching, to be honest. No detailing underneath. Obviously, there's no landing gear on these models. For those of you who are not aircraft enthusiasts like myself, landing gear is, in other words, the wheels. So there's no wheels. It's a shame that there's no little detailing underneath, to show like where the gear doors were. I don't know if there's anything on the wing. No, it doesn't. Oh, hang on. There is on the wing. Can you see that? Where my finger is, there's like a little shape there. That is the door for the main landing gear. The main landing gear is obviously on either one of the wings. So, yes, there is detailing there. It's just a shame there's nothing on the underside there for where the nose gear would be. Patterning at the back there. But yes, very good. Very good all in all. I can't really find anything to say about it. It's certainly nothing to fault. Well, it would have been nice to have a little bit of extra detail. There is some detail in there of the APU, or Auxiliary Power Unit. Basically what the APU does, it's a small engine situated in the back of the aircraft, which what it does is it supplies the plane with power, because when they disconnect from the ground power before pushback, they need power obviously to start the engine. So that's what the APU does. It powers the plane, so while it's being pushed back and facing out towards the direction of the runway for it to taxi out to take off, it can start its engines. So that's what the APU does. Let me find anything to... Right, I will explain about this. The Sharklet... Oh my goodness, is that broken? Is it just my imagination? Tiny bit, but it's not that. That's alright. It doesn't matter too much, does it? Not the tiniest little fraction. But then again, no, it might just have been how it was made. Do look a bit different though, don't they? I mean, that one is... Well, it doesn't matter, does it? So, yeah, sharklets or winglets then, what are they for? Well, basically when an aircraft's flying, there's obviously pressure from above the wing and below the wing, which keeps it in the air. But at the very ends of the wings, there's just a spiraling vortex of air which obviously pushes down on the wing, which creates something called drag, which is handy for when they're landing, because obviously they need drag to help slow down and descend. But obviously when it's in mid-flight, it's probably best if it can remain in the air. Not trying to freak anyone out, like I'm not saying you're going to drop out the sky, but obviously it does mean that the pilots have got to work harder to keep it at the same altitude, and obviously that can in effect burn off more fuel because you've got to have the engine spooled up a bit higher to keep it going faster. So what the winglet does is obviously it blocks that vortex, and the vortex will appear at the top of the winglet. But obviously it's not going to push down too much on the winglet. So it's doing the same job that a longer wing would, really, because the longer the wing is, the more lift it can generate. So that's why sharklets were added, because it does the effect that a longer wing would do. And to be honest, I think it makes them look pretty trendy, to be honest. So there's a little bit about winglets and sharklets for you. That's what the jobs that they do. I thought I'd explain quickly because I did promise at the start of the video that I'd do it. So that's pretty much all I can really say. I might do a video about Thomas Cook and what I like and things about it, and talk a bit more about it. I might do a separate video with that, because I have actually got a model aircraft at home of an older Thomas Cook which I could show you and talk about. But I'll see about that one. I'm not going to make any promises. But yeah, this is Thomas Cook's current livery. It's a Sunshine Heart livery. It's very nice. Very nice model. It's accurate detailing, spot on. There's no nicks in the paint or anything. It's a slight shame about that little piece of broken winglet, but then again it doesn't matter too much, as I've already said. But yeah, brilliant. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, just to end this video. We'll zoom in on the tail. There we go. There's the tail. So what do I think? Well, it's a very nice model. It was relatively easy to set up, but then again I like models that are a bit harder to put together, because you know they'll hold together more, so that's always good. Detailing is spot on. It's a very clean model. All the coloring's accurate, livery is accurate. It looks like how an A321 should be, so that always helps. So I'm playing with it now. Yeah, I can't really say anything about it. There's a couple of things. Obviously, it would have been nice to have a little bit of wing detailing, and maybe like a nose gear door painted onto the underside of the aircraft. Maybe even a registration as well, because there isn't a registration. It would have been nice, even if it was just like a made up one. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a little registration written down there. But having said that, it's a very good model. It was well worth the money. I paid £20.50 for this on eBay. I desperately needed another Thomas Cook, because the one I had, the engine had broken on it and the O on one side had started to fade. So it looked like Thomas Cook. The O started to look a little bit like a slightly over curled U. So I was thinking, I can't keep that. It's on its, But hey ho, I've got a new one now, and I'm really impressed with it. And it's just as nice as the other one was. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm sorry about the length of this video. It is over half an hour long. If you do want to skip, then just skip ahead to parts that you want to see. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, but please try and make it a nice one. I know these are long videos sometimes, but then again, when it's an unboxing video and a review, you just want to take your time, don't you? So that's exactly what I've done with this. So yeah, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new, Nathan Hughes 24. And until the next video, take care of yourselves, and I will bid you good day.